Hello, good evening, everyone. So we have come up with new initiative. So I'll be taking up your geography portion. So today I'll be taking up the physical geography portion. And as you know, the schedule has been sent to you. So कल ये वाला हुआ था, आज 30 अप्रैल को geography होगा. Then again कल again geography होगा. उसके बाद international relations के ऊपर एक class होती है. And then you have a class on physical geography. And then you have a class on places in news. And then you'll be having Indian mapping and the world mapping. And the further details will be conveyed to you. Now, these are some of the initiatives we have come up with. So you have the scheme like Udan, where you will be taken up, quick and comprehensive revision होगा आपका, जितने भी topic आप पढ़ते हो उसका revision होगा. And then you also have the programs like Manthan here. And for inclusive marks, so answer writing practice will be taking place, that is the marks booster series. And also before the prelims, along with the Indian economy classes, you'll also be given a special budget session. So these are some of the initiatives. And then the UPSC foundation course has started. Now it is starting on CTR model. So those who want to enroll the course, you can come and enroll, because along with these courses, you can see the classroom atmosphere also. So classroom में देखो जरा भीड़ भाड़ नहीं है, so that the teacher can also pay special attention, and the state of the art technology, new technology will be there in the classroom. And along with the GS classes, you'll also have the optional subjects. So जितने भी optional subjects आपको दिखाई दे रहे हैं, ये सब optional subjects भी यहाँ पे पढ़ाई दे जाएंगे. And और अच्छी बात यह है कि यहाँ पे free access 24/7 free access to library भी होगा. And then in order to remember things, because exam is about reading, it's about more the time you repeat, then you will be able to reproduce also. So उसके लिए mind maps बनाना बहुत ज़रूरी है. So mind maps के लिए आपके लिए special sessions होंगे for every topic while the revision is going on. So mind maps भी आपको दिए जाएंगे. And then of course CSAT has become very complicated nowadays. So CSAT के भी classes, special classes will be there, so that you will be confident in your CSAT program. And then test series will also be there. So writing is as important as reading, because सब कुछ चीजें पढ़ते हो उसके बाद आप if you are not unable to put in pen and paper, then it's useless. So that's why how to put your ideas on the paper will be taught in this test series. And personalized mentoring. So when you'll be preparing for the examination, you'll be having a lot of doubts, newspaper कैसे पढ़ना है, and आप कुछ subjects में weak होते हो, in some subjects you'll be stronger. So according to you, personalized guidance will also be given. And there are many more initiatives which will be taken up. So without wasting much of time, I'll be starting the session of geography. And this geography session, I'll be taking up those things which are going to come in the examination. So whenever UPS will be asking a question, so it will be entering into various layers. For example, this is the event, or this is the current affairs you'll be coming across. Current affairs. So this is what you'll be reading in current affairs booklets. Current affairs booklets. These current affairs booklets, जो भी 365 days में कुछ भी हुआ है, that will cover. So here a event only will be covered. But in order to answer the UPSC question, you should also enter into second layer. So this I would call as the first layer. So this is the first layer. So you have to enter into second layer also. And then you also have to enter into the third layer also. So I'll tell you how the questions are asked here. Firstly, I'll tell you, what is the news? What is the news? or what is part of the current affairs? Current affairs का part क्या है? In current affairs, you must have come across the Meghalayan age. In this, you'll be reading about some caves in Meghalaya, okay, where they are located, which rivers are flowing here, etc. Or what are the geological features of these caves? Geological features. Okay, these things you'll be learning. And the other aspect of this is, how old is this? How old is this? So the second aspect of the current affairs which you'll be reading. So this will be provided in the current affair booklets. And then you must have also heard about Anthropocene age. So these two things are in the news. I'll tell you the background of this, in which context we'll be talking about this. See, if you're reading just these things, then you'll be able to clear, or you'll be able to have idea about only one statement which is given in UPSC. So when a question is given in UPSC, question, so below the question, you'll be given 4 statements. The first statement maybe will be coming from here. First statement will come from here. What about the second, third, and fourth statement? For that, you need to have an idea about the static topics also. The static topics which are related to current affairs. So all these things will be coming as a part of the geological time scale. Geological time scale. So you don't have to learn the entire geological time scale. You must have learned it before. I'll be telling you some of the important instances during which certain things have happened. See, we have divided the age of the earth. The age of the earth is 4.6 billion years old. So this entire age has been divided into various instances. And these instances are dependent on certain release of gases. मीन्स उस टाइम पीरियड पे कुछ ना कुछ गैस रिलीज हुआ है, या कुछ ना कुछ एनिमल्स एवॉल्व हुए, एनिमल्स और प्लांट्स एवॉल्व हुए, और सम काइंड ऑफ कोलिजन or some kind of plate tectonics has happened. Plate tectonics. So the geological time scale is divided in this way. Now if you look at the geological time scale, look at this. So it is divided into various ages. You must have come across this. आपने ये वाला चीज देखा होगा. लेकिन you might not be able to remember all of this. आपको ये सब चीजें याद नहीं रहेगा. So that's why you should be remembering some of the important instances here. So very important instances. So I'll tell you what are these important instances which you have to remember. So then I will be coming to the Anthropocene and Meghalayan age. Now firstly I'll be dividing this into 3 parts. So one which is 550 million years old. So this is divided into Hadean. Hadean means it's completely dark. It's named after the god of death. So this is around 4 billion years. From 4 billion years to 2.5 billion years, this is called as Archean. आर्कियन मीन्स बहुत ही पुराना, आर्कियोलॉजी सुना होगा आपने, आर्कियन बहुत पुराना. So in this time period, what has happened? So very important instance which has happened, okay, during this time period is cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria, and this cyanobacteria has released oxygen. The first oxygen was released during this time period. So this is very important, which you have to remember here. After this, the life has evolved. Then protozoa, okay, this cyanobacteria is single cell organism. From the single cell organism, multicellular organisms have evolved. So protozoa is one such organism. So this is Proterozoic. So during this time period, okay, multicellular organisms have evolved. Now, all these time periods, these are also called as Precambrian. They're also called as Precambrian. And then further, it is divided into, starting from 550 million years, it is divided into Paleo. Paleo means Purana. Paleozoic, Cenozoic. Cenozoic means नया. And बीच में जो होगा, Meso मतलब बीच में होता है. This is Mesozoic. So this is roughly 250 million years. And this is roughly 65 million years. Now during this time period, 550 to 250 million years, one thing which you have to remember is, so इसमें लास्ट में आता है Permian. During this time period, Indian coal has formed. Indian coal. And around 350 million years ago, Carboniferous coal has been formed. And during this time period, जितने भी mountains है, like relict mountains, Urals, Appalachians, Scandinavian mountains, GDR, Atlas Mountain. GDR means Great Dividing Range. So not very old mountains, not the young full mountains. So these mountains have been formed during this time period. This is called as the Caledonian Hercynian mountain orogeny. Remember this word, Caledonian Hercynian, because nowadays on the basis of these names they are asking questions. So remember this here. Now Mesozoic, between 250 to 65, this is the age of reptiles. So during this age of reptiles, the earth was completely dominated with dinosaurs. हर जगह dinosaurs थे. So starting में, okay, you had dinosaurs which look like reptiles, birds, and afterwards mammals have been evolved after 65 million years. So this is the age of mammals. This is the age of mammals, and this is the age of reptiles. 65 million years ago, one mass scale extinction has happened. Mass extinction. Because of this mass extinction, this is also called as late Cretaceous extinction. Late Cretaceous. Remember all these words? Because of which all the dinosaurs have died. Because the dinosaurs have died, the mammals have started evolving. So this is Cenozoic. So during the Cenozoic is further divided into tertiary and quaternary. So quaternary starts from 2 million years, and this is starting from 65 million years. So during the tertiary, Alps, Himalayas, Rockies, Andes, their formation has taken place. Okay, the formation of young fold mountains. So you must have been seeing that during different time periods some big events have happened. कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा बड़ा हुआ है, कुछ ना कुछ changes आए. So because of these changes, we are naming this new time periods. Now during Quaternary, now Quaternary is further divided into two: Pleistocene and Holocene. Pleistocene and Holocene. Now this Pleistocene, during this time period there was Ice Age. अभी यहाँ पे नया टाइम पीरियड एवोल्यूशन क्यों हुआ था? बिकॉज यहाँ पे आइस एज चालू हो गया था, आइस एज. सो ड्यूरिंग दिस टाइम पीरियड शिवालिक्स हैव बीन फॉर्म. ड्यूरिंग प्लीस्टोसिन शिवालिक्स. उसके बाद हालोसिन टाइम पीरियड. नाउ हालोसिन is again further divided into three. So this is where our current affairs will be coming. Okay. So Holocene has been further divided into three. So Greenlandian, North Grippian and Meghalayan. So Holocene has been further divided into, so this is starting from, okay, 11,200 years. Okay, so this is further divided into three: Greenlandian, North Grippian and Meghalayan. So this is 11,200 years, this is 8,200 years, and this is around 4,200 years. I'm taking the round figures here. So this order they can ask. Now, why this 4,200 years is very important, this time period? Because during this time period, because before this, lot of civilizations also existed, like Indus Valley civilization, Mesopotamian Valley civilization, Mayan civilization, Chinese civilization. जितने भी civilizations थे, civilizations, they got extinct, they were destroyed. They were destroyed because of severe drought. एकदम बहुत सारा dry conditions आया, because of which today's Mesopotamia, Indus Valley part, Mayan civilization, Chinese civilization, Inca civilization, they have been destroyed. That's why it marks a very important time period. And why it is named as Meghalayan? Because in Meghalaya, there is a region dominated by karst topography. Karst topography. Karst topography is nothing but, okay, CO3. So wherever you will be having limestone bed, तो जहाँ पे भी आपके limestone beds होंगे, so चूने का rock होगा, उसमें जब पानी घुसेगा, then karst topography will be created. So in karst topography, what you have to remember? Stalactites, stalagmites. Okay, these are also called as pillars. When stalactites and stalagmites join, they're also called as pillars. So सारे चीजें karst topography को belong करता है. So these things, okay, I'll tell you all the keywords here. What all things you have to remember? Stalactites, stalagmites, pillars, sinkholes, sumps, SUMP, sump, spring. So all these things belong to karst topography. ये सब देख लेना, because I will not be explaining everything in detail now, because ये pre के लिए focused है. मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि क्वेश्चन कहां से पूछ सकता है. I'll be touching all those areas from where question will be asked. तो कास्ट टोपोग्राफी में पूछ सकता है. एंड इंडिया में ओके कहां पे ये वाली चीजें पाए गए हैं, मीन्स इन विच लोकेशन इन इंडिया, ओके इन मेघालय वेयर नियर चिरापुंजी, okay, you'll find this karst topography. And International Geological Institute, okay, has recognized the caves near Chirapunji as of geological importance. So those things we'll discuss more in the places in the news. जब इंडिया की ज्योग्राफी करेंगे, जब प्लेसेस करेंगे, तब वो डिस्कस करेंगे. So your content is here. So here you have Cambrian और आपको ये सब ध्यान रखने की जरूरत नहीं है, इतना सब मगअप करने की जरूरत नहीं है, राइट. सो जुरासिक में क्या था? रेप्टाइल्स था. सीनोजोइक में क्या है? मैमल्स आ गया. इतना ब्रॉडली रिमेंबर करो आप. Okay. So Megalith started 4,200 years because of the mega drought. So it led to the collapse of the civilization. So Greenlandian is at this age 11,700 to 8,300 something. So I'm giving you round figures. So these are the manageable figures. 8,200, 4,200, 11,200. So couple of hundreds of years here and there doesn't matter. Oh, ये वाला figure manageable है. That's why I have okay मैं थोड़ा approximate किया. यहाँ पे 11,700 को 200 कर दिया. 8,326 को 200 कर दिया. So it doesn't matter. आपको easily याद रहेगा. Now what is this Holocene epoch? See, a new age has started because a drought has started. बहुत ही सूखा पड़ गया था, civilizations खत्म हो गए, इसीलिए यहाँ पे न्यू एज स्टार्ट किया था. नाउ देयर इज अ प्रपोजल दैट अभी Holocene के बाद एक एंथ्रोपोसीन स्टार्ट करना चाहिए. एंथ्रोपोसीन, बिकॉज इन एंथ्रोपोसीन the humans have shown a substantial effect on the surface of the earth. So जब भी कुछ climatic events होता है, because ये वाला पूरा this age time period has started with the melting of ice. ये पूरा melting of ice से चालू हुआ. इसके पहले क्या था? Ice age था. आइस मेल्ट हो गया, उसके बाद ड्रॉट आ गया, उसके बाद ह्यूमंस आया. नाउ आफ्टर द ह्यूमंस हैव कम, नाउ व्हाट ऑल चेंजेस आर विजिबल? द चेंजेस व्हिच आर विजिबल आफ्टर द एडवेंट ऑफ द ह्यूमंस मींस कौन से बेसिस पे एंथ्रोपोसीन एज, नया एज डिक्लेयर करना चाहिए? अभी तक हुआ ही नहीं, लेकिन करना चाहिए. क्यों? रेट ऑफ डिफॉरेस्टेशन बहुत ज्यादा हो गया, रेट ऑफ सेडिमेंटेशन बहुत ज्यादा हो गया. ओके, द रेट एट विच the species are going extinct, okay, because the humans are encroaching everywhere. The pace at which the CO2 levels have risen after industrial revolution, CO2 levels have become almost double. It was 285 ppm at the time of industrial revolution, and now it is near to 450 ppm. So there has been a drastic increase in the levels of CO2. The sea levels are also rising around at the rate of 3.5 mm per year. So all these things are happening because of the advent of the humans. Okay, that's why a new age has to be declared. That is called as Anthropocene. Understood? I hope you guys will be able to now answer any question which comes from geological time scale. Okay, मैंने short में आपको बता दिया क्या क्या points एग्जाम में पूछ सकता है. आप बस ये वाले पॉइंट्स अच्छी तरह पढ़ लेना, यू विल बी एबल टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन. सो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, बिकॉज आई डोंट वांट टू रीड ऑल दिस थिंग्स, एनीवेज दिस विल बी गिवन टू यू. Okay, so there's a website also, okay, nhm.ac.uk. So here there's an explanation why Anthropocene should be declared as a new age. Now next question, which is related to the layers of the earth. So there are different layers of the earth. Now there is one new discovery. So nowadays they are talking about the fourth layer also. So till now we know that there are 3 layers of the earth, 3 or 4. तो कौन से layers है? ये नया layer कौन सा है? We'll see. So what are these various layers of the earth? What are these various layers? You know this? आपको पता है, crust है, mantle है, and core है. Core is in the middle, and in between you have the mantle. Okay. So the crust is made up of lighter silicates, that is sodium, potassium and aluminum silicates. Aluminum silicate इनसे बना हुआ है. So these are the lighter silicates. And this is also called as the felsic material. And crust is made up of two parts. You have the continental crust and oceanic crust. So this we have discussed earlier. So I will not be getting there. Then mantle. The mantle is made up of this is made up of ferromagnesium silicates. So these are also called as heavier silicates. Heavier silicates. So this is also called as, if this is called as Sial, this is called as Sima. So one thing which you have to remember in mantle is the upper layer of the mantle, the uppermost layer of the mantle. This has a mineral called as olivine. Means still about the depth of 400 kilometers. Close the depth of 400 kilometers. You have this mineral called as olivine. And this olivine is responsible for semi-molten plastic characteristics. So without this olivine, the plate tectonics would not be possible. Means the plate movements would not be possible. So this is acting as a slippery layer. And this layer, which is rich in olivine, which is part of the mantle, this layer is called as asthenosphere. This is called as asthenosphere. And all the mantle convecting cells, so inside the mantle convecting cells is taking place. Sometimes they will ask you, when the volcanic eruption is taking place, so recently it has been found that, okay, the part of the core is also coming in the form of lava. एक गलत है. कोर से कुछ बाहर नहीं निकलेगा. जो भी निकलता है, जो भी लावा निकलती है, वो mantle से निकलती है. Okay, and the mantle convecting cells are playing a very important role. Next comes the core. Now here, you know that the core is made up of two parts. You have outer core and you have inner core. Outer core, inner core. So what is the previous knowledge regarding this core and what is the new knowledge regarding this core? I'll tell you. So our inner core is solid, outer core is liquid. Outer core is liquid. See, NCERT में लिखा है, at the basic level of understanding, outer core is liquid because of high temperature. Because of high temperature. ये ठीक है. This is fine. This is the initial level of understanding. Of course, जब तक high temperature नहीं होगा, पिघलेगा नहीं ना. But, okay, the new understanding is, this is liquid because of impurities. It is liquid because of impurities. So what kind of impurities? Silica ki impurities hai, sulfur impurities are there, and also oxygen impurities are there. So when this convection is taking place, when the earth was settling, when the churning is taking place, still, okay, some amount of silica, some amount of sulfur and oxygen is trapped between iron and nickel alloy. So entire core, this entire core is made up of iron, nickel alloy. इससे बना हुआ है, लेकिन इसके बीच में impurities है, so that's why it is liquid. So I'm getting, okay, yeah, very good. Am I getting doubts here? So these are not geography doubts. Okay. No problem. Now inner core is solid. Now the temperature inside the inner core, if you take the center of the earth, at the center of the earth, the temperature is 6,000 degrees centigrade. So despite this, this is solid. This is solid because of very high pressure. Very high pressure. Now the new studies, they are saying that there is one more layer which is intermediate. यहाँ पे बीच में एक और लेयर है. तो कैसे पता चला यहाँ पे एक और लेयर है? How do you know that there is a one more layer here? So this one more layer is because of the seismic studies. This is because of the seismic studies. So recently the studies have been conducted. Okay, from there you got to know that there is one more layer which is existing through the seismic studies. And what are the properties of these seismic waves? Okay, sorry, what is the properties of this one more layer? They're saying that this one more layer which is there, okay, it is sometimes solid, sometimes liquid. The properties are not known yet clearly, but they have found there is a difference in the speed of the seismic waves while passing through the core. इसके बारे में उतना क्लैरिटी नहीं मिला क्योंकि जब आप seismic waves पास करते हो ना, okay, on the other side you have to receive the seismic waves. लेकिन जहां पे जो फोकस था, जहां पे जो earthquake का waves रिलीज हुआ था, seismic waves, उसके ऑपोजिट साइड में ओशन है, एंड आप ओशन के अंदर जाके ओके सीस्मोमीटर लगा के आप एग्जैक्टली चेक नहीं कर सकते हो. सो क्वेश्चंस विल नॉट बी आस्क्ड. आपको क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछेगा कि फिफ्थ लेयर किससे बना हुआ है, इसकी क्या प्रॉपर्टीज है. अभी तक ये रिसर्च में ही है. ओके, स्टिल इन्वेस्टिगेशन इज गोइंग ऑन, बट फिफ्थ लेयर है ये पता चला. Now facts, some facts which can come in the examination. The facts will be, okay, these facts. First fact is the innermost layer, that is the core. Once upon a time it was liquid. Okay, statement कैसे देगा आपको घुमाने के लिए? ये बोलेगा कि the inner core was always solid since from the beginning, since from the evolution of the earth. नहीं, पहले ही वो भी लिक्विड था, अभी सॉलिड बन गया. क्यों? अर्थ की कूलिंग हो रही है, अंदर से कूलिंग हो रही है, इसलिए वो लिक्विड बन गई है. आउटर लेयर आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. सो आउटर लेयर, इनर लेयर वाज वंस अपॉन अ टाइम लिक्विड. now it has become solid because of the cooling, and the innermost layer, okay, is existing in the form of a single crystal, means एक ही crystal के form में है. Okay, so that you have to remember. So then they will be asking about the properties of P and S waves. Then they will ask about the properties of the P and S waves, or okay PSLR waves. पूरे seismic waves का पूछेगा. I will not be teaching you seismic waves here. Okay, आपको पता है seismic waves क्या है, मैं तो बस आपके बेसिक्स को ब्रश कर रहा हूं. तो लेट मी सी द कमेंट्स हियर. क्या क्या कमेंट्स आए? तो अशोक इज सेइंग सर कंटेंट इंग्लिश में रखते हैं लेकिन क्लास हिंदी में. सी लिटिल बिट ऑफ हिंदी आई विल यूज बिकॉज अपने जितने भी दोस्त है जो देख रहे हैं, दर्शक ना, उनको मतलब जब मातृभाषा में आपको समझाई जाती है तो आपको थोड़ा ओके कंफर्ट लेवल फील होता है. वैसे आपको एग्जाम तो इंग्लिश में लिखना ही है. तो अशोक आप बोल रहे हैं कि हिंदी मीडियम के लिए भी रिकॉर्ड करके दिलवा दीजिए, हिंदी मीडियम पे भी ध्यान. या श्योर. हाय सौरव, थैंक्स. ओके, सीज्मिक स्टडीज वेरी गुड. यस शुभ मानव, गुड. ओके, गुड टीचिंग मेथड. ओके, फाइन. Now what all questions can be asked regarding these seismic waves? first question, okay, they can ask about the speed. The speed of these waves is PSLR. सबसे ज्यादा स्पीड होगा प्राइमरी वेव्स का, उसके बाद स्पीड होगा सेकेंडरी वेव्स का, उसके बाद वेव्स स्पीड होगा लव वेव्स का, उसके बाद स्पीड होगा रेलिक वेव्स का. Okay. Second question which they can ask, which is more deadly or dangerous in terms of destruction? So it is the love waves, okay, which is the most destructive wave. Okay, means in the overall area if you are considering near the epicenter, जहाँ पे earthquake आया है उसके आसपास का एरिया देखोगे, love waves are highly destructive. But if you are seeing just near the epicenter is the location above the focus. This is the focus. The focus के ऊपर epicenter है. So यहाँ पे epicenter के just pass relic waves are most destructive, because relic waves में जो movement है ना, in relic waves the movement is up and down at the same time to and fro. But relic waves are more of up and down movement, ऊपर नीचे movement बहुत होता है. लव वेव्स में ना टू एंड फ्रो मूवमेंट होता है, ये वाला मूवमेंट होता है ज्यादा. तो ये वाला मूवमेंट है, ऊपर बिल्डिंग खड़ी है तो बिल्डिंग जल्दी नीचे गिर जाएगा. अगर अप एंड डाउन मूवमेंट है, बिल्डिंग उतना जल्दी नीचे नहीं गिरेगा. ओके, सो रेलिक में द प्रिडोमिनेंट मूवमेंट, द मेन मूवमेंट इज ओके द up and down movement. That's why it is not that destructive, but very near to the epicenter it is destructive. The second question which they can ask is this. Now, PNS waves, PNS, these are body waves because they travel through the body. Next, L and R waves, these are surface waves. So, among PNS waves, the P waves can travel through all the mediums. They can travel through solid and liquid. They do not require any rigidity. Okay. Whereas the S waves, secondary waves, they require rigidity. मतलब वो सिर्फ solid में travel कर सकता है, liquid में ये travel नहीं करेगा. So these all can be the multiple choice questions which can be asked in the examination. Now with the help of the seismic waves, you can also find the interiors of not only Earth, also of Mars. Okay, so they can give a statement. Okay, recently, okay, NASA's InSights mission, okay, is investigating the interiors of the Mars with the help of a seismometer which is installed on the surface of the Mars. ये सही स्टेटमेंट है. सो मार्स का इंटीरियर्स भी अगर आप इन्वेस्टिगेट करोगे, उसके लिए आपको सीस्मिक वेव से यूज करना पड़ेगा. सो विच एवर प्लैनेट्स इंटीरियर्स यू वांट टू फाइंड, यू हैव टू यूज seismic wave analysis. The seismic wave analysis is also called as the X-ray analysis. जब एक्सरे निकालते हैं बॉडी का, आपका बॉडी का अंदर का पार्ट पता चलता है. सिमिलरली जब आप सीस्मिक वेव चलाते हो कोई बॉडी से, देन यू विल गेट टू नो द इंटीरियर्स ऑफ द अर्थ. अंडरस्टूड? सो इसमें अगर कुछ डाउट्स है, यू कैन आस्क. डाउट इज क्लियर, राइट? Jagriti, you're saying you're from Rajasthan, please speak in Marwadi. I can't talk in Marwadi. Simple Hindi. I'm from Meghalaya. Yes, okay, no problem. See, okay. See, I'm taking a very serious session. जो प्री में क्वेश्चंस आने वाले हैं, तो उसके लिए स्पेशली मैंने ये सेशन तैयार करा है. So please, okay, language should not be a barrier here, especially in the subject like geography, where technicality is more. So language should not be a barrier. Okay. Anyways, I'm continuing in all the languages. यहाँ पे सारे ही लोग हैं. People are there from Andhra Pradesh also, Meghalaya also, हर जगह से. So I won't be able to speak all the 18 languages. So this is okay. These are the interiors of the earth. Okay. So next question which is related to this is the magnetic field of the earth. So since we are studying the interiors of the earth, we'll also study about the magnetic field of the earth. Again, the magnetic field of the earth is created due to the differential core. It's created due to the differential core. So that is, you have the inner solid core, and you have outer liquid core. So in the outer liquid core, you have free moving electrons. यहाँ पे free moving electrons है. Because at such a high temperature, at 4800 degrees centigrade, you can't possibly have electrons binded with the atom. यहाँ पे electrons घूमते रहते freely. And in between you have solid inner core, which is mostly made up of iron. So this is 95% iron, and इसके around free moving electrons है. And the earth is rotating on its axis. So this is rotating on its axis. Now because of this rotation, this is called as a differential rotation. अभी बीच में solid core है, उसके around liquid है. So when the earth is rotating on its axis, there is a differential movement. It means the speed of the outer core and the speed of the inner core will not be the same. So this will appear as if you have iron in between and you have free moving electrons, these electrons. ऐसे लगता है कि iron गोले के around electrons घूम रहे हैं. So when you have these electrons moving around the ferromagnetic substance, then alternating electromagnetic field is created. Alternating electromagnetic field is created. And this is that magnetic field of the earth. So the magnetic field of the earth is acting as a protective layer. Now I'll tell you the points which can be asked in the examination. So these are called as magnetic field lines. जो yellow color में यहाँ पे दिख रहे हैं ना, these are called as magnetic field lines. The magnetic field lines will be starting from the southern hemisphere and ending in northern hemisphere. The angle between the geomagnetic North Pole and South Pole and the geographic North Pole and South Pole is 11.5 degrees. So दोनों का axis अलग है. दोनों का एक्सिस अलग है. सो इसका जो एंगल है, दिस इज 11.5 डिग्रीज. एंड मैग्नेटिक नॉर्थ पोल एंड साउथ पोल आर नॉट एंटीपोडल. Antipodal means they're exactly opposite on the either side of the sphere. Not antipodal, it means they're not exactly opposite. अलग अलग जगह है. So they are not antipodal. And this magnetic field lines around the earth, this magnetic field lines around the earth, these are protecting the earth from harmful solar radiation. So these are the solar radiation. So solar radiation is also called as solar wind. The solar wind will be having a lot of harmful particles. So it will be having gamma rays. Gamma rays are nothing but these are very fast moving electrons. These are nothing but electrons which are moving at the speed of light. This is an electromagnetic wave but has electrons. Then you have X-rays also. So these two harmful radiations are coming from the sun, and the Earth's magnetic field is protecting us from these two harmful radiation. Now, if a statement is given, the Earth's magnetic field, okay, is also protecting the humans on the surface of the Earth from the UV radiation. See, this statement would not be right because we are being protected from the UV radiation by the ozone layer. So, ozone layer is protecting us from harmful UV radiation. It is not the magnetic field of the Earth. ऐसे आपको फंसाएगा. Let me see at the comments. So, Gloria is asking, seismic wave analysis is done for the Earth and Mars only. See, अभी तक तो अर्थ के लिए किया, मार्स के लिए किया. जो मार्स पे जो कर रहे हैं ना, that is called as InSights mission. So next is, please continue the way you are teaching. Appreciate your efforts and content. It's very well relatable. Yes, you know, ये सब बहुत ही serious content है. अगर आप इस बार प्री दे रहे हो, आपके लिए बहुत ही helpful होगा. Because इसके अलावा और कोई point पूछेगा नहीं. Because I'm covering everything comprehensively. जो भी लास्ट 2 years में जो भी करंट अफेयर्स में आया उसके अराउंड जितना भी स्टैटिक कंटेंट है वो भी कवर कर रहा हूं मैं. ओके, ये लैंग्वेज का गेम मत खेलना प्लीज. लेट मी कंटिन्यू विथ माय एफर्ट्स. सो वी आर बीइंग प्रोटेक्टेड फ्रॉम द गामा रेज एंड एक्स रेज. सो दिस इज हाउ. So these are the solar winds, solar radiation which are coming towards the earth. And Earth's magnetic field, it is providing a protective layer. Now, because of the interaction between the solar wind and the Earth's magnetic field, something called as auroras are created. Okay. So whenever these two interact, ये ध्यान रखना, due to the interaction between the solar wind or the solar radiation and the Earth's magnetic field, auroras are created. Aurora is nothing but, okay, these are the colorful lights which you see in the northern pole and southern pole. Now, why will you see these colorful lights in the northern pole and southern pole only? Because you have to know the formation of this, how these are formed. So, this is the magnetic फील्ड ऑफ द अर्थ. ये मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है. तो जब सोलर रेडिएशन आएगा तो सोलर रेडिएशन क्या करेगा, इसको ब्रेक करेगा, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को ब्रेक करेगा. तो व्हेन दिस ब्रेक्स ना, इसके जो पार्टिकल्स होते हैं दे विल गो एंड ड्रॉप हियर, दे विल गो एंड फॉल हियर. दिस आर नथिंग बट इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एंड प्रोटॉन्स. अगेन दीस टू मैग्नेटिक फील्ड लाइंस, again they'll be going in this direction like this. ऐसे जाएगा. ऐसे जाने के बाद फिर यहां पे स्नैप होगा. they'll go and ऐसे उस तरफ ताली बजाएगा ऐसे. they will touch here on the other side. when they touch again, okay, the charged particles are released, and these charged particles will be traveling from here. यहां से travel करके फिर यहां पे आके deposit होता है. so that's why the auroras, there is aurora borealis and aurora australis. You can see them in the northern hemisphere and in the southern hemisphere. So this is how auroras will look. Now they can ask you one question. Which of the following planets, आपको doubt आ रहा होगा, which of the following planets produce these auroras, that is aurora borealis and aurora australis? See, whichever planet will be having the magnetic field like this, they will produce these auroras. Okay, now you have 8 planets, 8 or 9 whatever. मैं 8 planets लूंगा. So 8 planets में 4 are terrestrial planets. इसमें 4 planets जो है, these are terrestrial planets, HRO. इसमें मेरिक्यूरी एंड मार्स का जो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है वो बहुत ही वीक है. इट्स वेरी वीक, एक्सट्रीमली वीक. you can consider it as 0. 0 के बराबर है. अर्थ की अच्छी खासी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है. वीनस का भी अच्छा खासा मैग्नेटिक फील्ड होना चाहिए. But thing is, the Venus has very slow speed of rotation. That is, the differential moment is very low, because of which the Venus also has a weak magnetic field. Then the planets which are large, so these are very large in size. So these large planets will be having a very strong magnetic field. And strongest magnetic field of all the planets belongs to Jupiter, because Jupiter का size देखो बहुत बड़ा है. Obviously second largest magnetic field किसका होगा? इसका होगा, Saturn का. So they can ask you one more question. These are called as the Jovian planets, or called as the gaseous planets. The magnetic field of the gaseous planets is much stronger than the magnetic field of the terrestrial planets. So these are the terrestrial planets. These are made of rocks, and these are the Jovian planets. These are made up of the gases. So which planet will be having a very large auroras? Now you can answer. So it is the Jupiter. The Jupiter will be having very large auroras. Okay. If they are giving a statement, almost all the planets have these auroras, agree to it, because we haven't investigated Venus completely, we haven't investigated Mercury completely. So you can't deny that statement. So that's why I agree to it. Understood? So almost all the planets will be having auroras. And regarding the magnetic field, Jovian planets have a strong magnetic field, and terrestrial planets have a weak magnetic field. Okay. So in terrestrial planets, substantial magnetic field belongs to Earth. Understood? Now talking about the magnetic field, let me take the doubts here. So Aurora Borealis in the North Pole, yes. Aurora Australis in the South Pole. Okay, very good. सर से 11 घंटे पढ़ के फिर से मैं इधर हूँ. अच्छा, यस के आई सीन यू लास्ट टाइम ऑल्सो. लेकिन अब लास्ट टाइम 11 घंटे मेरे साथ थे, लेकिन तब का अब का कंटेंट अलग है. मैंने सेम कंटेंट रिपीट नहीं कर रहा हूँ, कंटेंट अलग है. All the planets are not in Goldilocks zone. DD. Okay. ऐसे जरूरी नहीं कि गोल्डीलॉक्स जोन में जितने भी प्लैनेट्स है उसकी सब्सटेंशियल मैग्नेटिक फील्ड हो. व्हाट इफ गोल्डीलॉक्स जोन में प्लैनेट है लेकिन वो घूम नहीं रहा है, इट डज नॉट हैव ए डिफरेंशियल रोटेशन, देन उसकी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड नहीं होगा. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है. अंडरस्टूड? सब बेसिक से समझो, कॉन्सेप्ट से समझो, देन आपको क्लैरिटी होगी. Now let's see what is this reverse to polarity. So the magnetic field lines sometimes they'll be starting in the southern hemisphere and entering into northern hemisphere, because inside the earth there is a bar magnet placed. It gives the impression that a bar magnet is placed. Okay, and the magnetic field lines, remember this, always start from the North Pole and end in the South Pole. Now sometimes magnetic reversal, it means, so here goes the north, here goes the south. That means the magnetic field lines will be coming from here and entering here. A reverse हो जाएगा. So this phenomena is called as magnetic reversal. Magnetic reversal. So why this is happening? Because ultimately the balance has to take place. So this is a way by which the earth is balancing its magnetic field. Okay, so the pole can become reverse, and the intensity of the magnetic field can increase or can decrease, and this is represented by magnetic field lines. Okay, a normal magnetic field है. You can have a reduced magnetic field. So whenever you want to show a reduced magnetic field, you have to show less magnetic field lines. If you have to show increased magnetic field, then show more lines. ज़्यादा lines draw करना पड़ेगा. So the magnetic field intensity can increase or decrease. So intensity, reversal, these are the keywords. But now what is happening is that, so this is a picture of reversal. This is normal polarity and this is a reverse polarity. Now what is happening is that the magnetic north in 1900s it was present in Canada. Now it is moving towards Siberia. It is moving towards Russia. So magnetic north and magnetic south both are moving. So this movement is around 55 kilometer per year, and this is around 10 to 15 kilometer per year. So this is moving towards Siberian Arctic. And this is in Antarctica. Magnetic south is in Antarctica. So this is near Wilkes Island. So when we will be doing the map pointing again, a separate class for the world map pointing. So there you will be doing the Wilkes Island also. So both are moving. Okay. This is called as the movement of the magnetic field. Okay. So what are the doubts you have? So Jagrati is asking, why does the southern lights do not happen like in the northern lights? क्यों नहीं होगा? Southern lights भी होगा, northern lights भी होगा, दोनों ही होते हैं. Southern lights, okay, उसके आसपास ना, आपको southern lights को अगर अच्छी तरह देखना है, then you have to be in Antarctica. And in Antarctica, not many humans are present. You don't see the phenomena that much as compared to the northern lights. So the place where the northern lights happen, there is a lot of land mass over there. People stay there. लोग होते हैं, देखते हैं, observe करते हैं. इसलिए लगता है कि northern lights are more intense than the southern. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Okay, understood? So this is a movement of the magnetic field. So anyways, we have discussed all these things. So difference between the two parts of the inner core should stem from how iron atoms are arranged to form the solid. So innermost core जो है, उसमें iron atoms जो है, so that is they are in the form of the single crystal lattice. Okay, ये remember करना, single crystal lattice, a reshuffling hexagonal deck structure. Reshuffling hexagonal deck structure. Alternatively, the iron in the innermost core could have solidified and grown in different directions than the rest of the inner core. See, all these details, all these technicalities, you don't have to enter into, required nahi hai. Just you have to know that there is a fifth layer, and the inner core as a whole was liquid in the early years, obviously. Okay, at the time of the formation of the earth, in fact, the entire earth was liquid. Okay. अभी तो ये solidify और धीरे धीरे. If you wait for 5 more billion years, then you won't be having a liquid core. Excuse me 1 second. You guys can hear any voice outside? बाहर से आवाज बहुत आ रहा है. बाहर से आवाज बहुत आ रहा है. कितना देर रहेगा वो? अरे हाँ, वो जो रामा रामा कर रहे थे, कितना देर रहेगा वो? नहीं आ रहा है. ओके. ओके फाइन. ओके, इट्स यू गाइस, आपको सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है, लेकिन मेरे को सुनाई दे रहा है. So seismic waves भी आप देखो. So this is a P waves, S wave. You can see the direction. This is a Rayleigh wave, and this is the love wave. So 4 types of waves are there. So seismic waves are confirmed, the 5th layer. Now what these researchers are talking about, the innermost inner core. So let us look at some of the points over here. Now they are saying that the innermost inner core is 400-mile ball of metal. Fine, if you can remember these figures, remember. It exists in a solid state as an alloy of iron and nickel because of the extreme pressure at the center of the earth. And remember this word pressure, because of the pressure it is existing in the solid form. So temperature is, I have told you the temperature, 5500 to 6000. एक चीज ध्यान रखना, 6000 degrees centigrade is the temperature of the core of the earth also, that is at the center of the earth, and it is also the temperature of the surface of the sun. Okay. It has a distinct, okay, now this word is very important. It has a distinct anisotropy. So anisotropy is a property of a substance that allows it to take different characteristics depending on the angle from which it is approached. This word is very important. Remember this word, anisotropy. Okay. So reason this layer has not been previously observed more details because its composition is so similar to what lies above. तो पहले उतना डिफरेंशिएशन पता नहीं चला, लेकिन अभी इसका पता चल रहा है. Okay, this word is important because in exam they can ask what is anisotropy. Okay, it is used to describe how seismic waves speed up or slow down through the material of the earth's inner core depending on the direction in which they travel. They found that bouncing seismic waves repeatedly probed spots near the earth's center from a different angle. So you don't have to remember all this. Just remember that anisotropy is associated with seismic waves. Itna jankari sufficient hai. Okay, and it is a field which can investigate or which can take the X-ray of the interiors of the planet. X-ray of the interiors of the planet. Okay, so this is important. I hope you are taking down these notes also. So simultaneously take down these notes. Okay. Now, one more thing. This is related to the South Atlantic anomaly. South Atlantic anomaly. And second concept here is Van Allen radiation zones. Van Allen radiation zones. So these two concepts I'll be telling you. So what is this South Atlantic anomaly? So what do you mean by anomaly? Anomaly is something opposite of what you expect. आप कुछ expect कर रहे हो लेकिन वहां से कुछ उल्टा होता है. So what is your expectation? Your expectation is that आपकी expectation क्या है? This is Earth. Expectation is around the Earth you have a protective layer of magnetic field. A protective layer of magnetic field. So इसमें twist क्या है फिर? Twist. The twist is between these magnetic field layers of the Earth. इनके बीच में ना you have certain zones. So these are the zones. You have two zones around the Earth. These are called as Van Allen radiation belts. These are called as Van Allen radiational belts. So this Van Allen radiation belts are highly charged particles. So these are highly charged particles. So they are made up of what? They are made up of protons and electrons. Made of protons. One layer is made up of proton. Other layer is made up of electron. You have the inner radiational belt and you have the outer radiational belt. Inner radiational belt should be at a height of 640 kilometers. They should be at the height of 640 on an average. Outer radiational belt should be at the height of 54,000 kilometers. But nowadays what is happening is that, okay, this, the ईद का चांद जो दिख रहा है ना, this one, this is bending towards the earth. ये आर्क शेप में रहता है, ऐसे आर्क शेप में, लेकिन ये क्या हो रहा है? बेंड कर रहा है अर्थ की तरफ. So since it is bending, ये झुक रहा है अर्थ की तरफ. झुकने की वजह से अर्थ के पास आ गया. अर्थ के पास मतलब it is supposed to be straight ऐसे, लेकिन क्या हुआ? ये झुक गया ऐसे अर्थ की तरफ. ये झुकने की वजह से now this charged atmosphere has come just 200 kilometers above the surface of the earth around South Atlantic. यहाँ पे साउथ अमेरिका, ब्राजील है, ओके, साउथ अटलांटिक है. उसके 200 किलोमीटर ऊपर आपको ये नजदीक आ गया. That means earlier on an average till 640 kilometers is considered to be safe. वहां तक आप जा सकते हो, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है आपको, क्योंकि वहां पे अर्थ की मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है. लेकिन यहाँ पे अभी डेंजर आ गया. Now what can be the repercussions? What can be the effects of this? तो ये वाली जो लोकेशन है जहाँ पे मैग्नेटिक, यहाँ पे वैन एलन रेडिएशन बेल्ट, इनर रेडिएशन बेल्ट झुक रहा है. Okay, so it is an area where Earth's inner Van Allen radiation belt becomes closest to the Earth's surface, okay, dipping down to the altitude of 200 kilometers. So इसके वजह से क्या हो रहा है? Charged particles Earth की तरफ आ रहे हैं, and it also affects the satellites functioning. आपको वहां से अगर रॉकेट भेजना है, okay, वहां पे आपको सैटेलाइट घुमाना है. अगर ये सैटेलाइट इसके अंदर जाएगा, चार्ज एटमॉस्फेयर में जाएगा, then चार्ज सैटेलाइट्स में you'll be having electronic components. So this electronic components will be destroyed. Say for example you want to do Gaganyaan, आप इन स्पेस के अंदर जाना चाहते हो, आपको ये वैन एलन रेडिएशन बेल्ट्स को अवॉइड करना पड़ेगा. उसके अंदर ज्यादा देर रहोगे पूरा तंदूरी बन जाओगे, बिकॉज इट्स हाईली चार्ज, मीन्स इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बहुत होता है उसके अंदर. सो यू शुड अवॉइड दिस. So why this effect has been caused? caused by the non-concentricity of the Earth and its magnetic dipole, and has been observed to be increasing in its intensity recently. So just now I have been talking about the intensity of the Earth. So they can give you a statement in examination saying that recently the intensity of the Earth's magnetic field is found to be increasing. It's right. Okay, second question they can ask, that is the magnetic field lines of the Earth, okay, are being disturbed and they're coming towards the Earth, then also it is right. So the South Atlantic anomaly is the near Earth region where Earth's magnetic field is weakest and related to the idealized Earth-centered dipole moment. So beyond this, they will not ask much. Utna science में भी मत जाना. So this meme I have made, generally ये झुकना नहीं चाहिए लेकिन झुक गया. Okay. So this is the rotational axis. This is the magnetic field axis, and these are the belts, Van Allen radiation belts, inner radiation belt and outer radiation belt. Okay. So this is the dent in the, we can call it as the dent in the Earth's magnetic field बोल सकते हैं इसको. Okay. So these are some of the points which I have discussed today. So somebody is asking in the comments, Corona is 6,000 degrees centigrade. No. Solar corona is 1.5 million degree centigrade. See, मैं आपको एक ट्रिक बताता हूं जिससे आपको सारे ये सब याद रहेगा. I'll tell you one simple trick. See, Earth की average temperature है, I'm giving you rough figures, 15 degree centigrade. Okay? Earth और Sun के बीच में जो distance है, ये भी 150 million degree centigrade. Okay? सन का जो कोर है, सन का कोर, उसका टेम्परेचर है, ओके, 15 मिलियन डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. 15 million degree centigrade, because this is also the temperature at which nuclear fusion will start. Temperature at which nuclear fusion will start. Okay. सोलर कोरोना का टेम्परेचर है 1.5 million degree centigrade. Okay. So near about all the rough figures. Okay, ऐसे आप रिमेम्बर कर सकते हो. The one more trick. Okay, साइड में रखो. Photosphere. Photosphere is also called as surface of the earth from where light is emitted. Okay. इसका टेम्परेचर है 6,000 degree centigrade. And photosphere is also the surface of the sun. Then you have solar corona. Solar corona is also called as the atmosphere of the sun. जैसे अर्थ के एटमॉस्फेयर है, सन का भी एटमॉस्फेयर होता है, उसको बोलते हैं सोलर कोरोना. What is solar corona made up of? Solar corona is nothing but these are the magnetic fluctuations of the sun. So its temperature is 1.5 million degree centigrade. Okay. Now 6,000 degree centigrade is this surface of the sun, surface temperature of the sun. अर्थ का जो कोर है, अर्थ कोर, उसका भी टेम्परेचर है 6,000 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. सो आई थिंक दीज फिगर्स आर मैनेजेबल. आप अच्छी तरह याद रख सकते हो. इज इट क्लियर? एनी डाउट्स यू हैव हियर? ओके. So today, I have got, other commitments, so I won't be able to take long time. So tomorrow I'll be taking a longer session. Okay. ऋतु सेइंग लेओनोस क्या पढ़ा है? ओके, यहाँ पे भी मैं पढ़ाऊंगा लगभग 15 घंटे यहाँ पे भी पढ़ाऊंगा. आई थिंक इज आई बी स्प्लिटिंग दिस, कंटिन्यूसली नहीं लूंगा. आज कुछ दूसरा कमिटमेंट है, सपोज टू टेक लॉन्गर टाइम, लेकिन आज ले नहीं पा रहा हूँ, तो मैं कल कंटिन्यू करूंगा क्लास को. आई एम वेरी सॉरी फॉर दिस. थैंक यू सो मच. जो भी चीज़ें हैं आप ओके रिवाइज करते रहना, एंड इसमें से कुछ डाउट्स है तो पूछना. एंड स्पेसिफिक अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू, दिस क्लास इज स्पेसिफिकली फॉर दो स्टूडेंट्स हु आर अपीयरिंग फॉर प्री, एंड बाकी लोग भी आप आगे का प्री देना चाहते हो, आपके लिए भी हेल्पफुल होगा. क्योंकि आजकल करंट अफेयर्स सिर्फ लास्ट 5 मंथ्स का नहीं पूछ रहा है, या लास्ट 7 मंथ्स का नहीं पूछ रहा है, लास्ट 3-4 years का भी करंट अफेयर्स दे आर आस्किंग. So current affairs does not just mean last 7 months. They can ask you anything, okay, from the last 4 to 5 years. Okay, so I'll be covering all those things and fundamentals. And you please keep asking me doubts, because I will be pinpointed in the information which I'll be giving. Okay, if you want further explanation regarding these things, okay, you can let me know. So DD is asking, NASA project has made successful sending satellite to solar corona, which mentions its temperature as. Yes, be specific. सन में बहुत सारे लेयर्स है, अलग अलग लेयर का अलग अलग टेम्परेचर है. ओके, चलो देन. ओके, सी यू, बाय.